Welcome back to Castaways, where we're playing the amateur hunter and we're not doing very well, and time is ticking away. All right, let's get going. First thing we do is we're going to have an event happen. So we're going to discard this one. And I forgot we have to roll a die here at the beginning of the turn, and we don't want to roll a 1. So we roll a 4, we're okay. We don't have to take an injury for May They Rest in Peace. If I'm playing this card correctly, which maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'm making it harder for myself. Anyway, we have an event here happening, and the weather is getting worse. So it's going to go 1 to the left, so we have a cloudy day for once. And what else is getting to know the surroundings? A 4+, well, we already have a crate here, so that nothing's going to happen there. It says the starting player chooses whether to add 2 wood tokens to the storage or receive 1 food. Well, I'm going to obviously receive 1 food. I have lots of wood, so that's actually fairly good for us. All right, so let's add a food, so I don't have to spend time foraging for food. That's good. However, I'm only at 1 energy, so that's very bad. So I don't think I'm going to be going exploring the island this first turn anyway. And yeah, I don't know. I have 1 energy, so I think with my first meeple, I wonder if I should fish. I wonder if I should go fishing. I think I'm going to go ahead and go fishing. So we're just going to take the top token off of here. And, oh great, we get an injury because we run into the jellyfish. We're having no luck at all. Wow, that fishing expedition was terrible. That gave us an injury. But because I'm playing solo, I can double up my meeple, so I can go fishing again. And I think I'm going to go fishing again, because we got to have something better than an injury. So this time we get 2 fish. All right. That's going to help us out a little bit. We still don't have this fire lit, though. I don't have enough energy to even light the fire. So for my final action, I'm just going to go ahead and rest for this turn. So we're resting. So basically we've done our fishing already. Those 2 meeples come off. We're going to rest. And resting is going to get 1 energy back. So we're going to go from 1 to 2. And we remove 1 injury. So the jellyfish did not really bother us too much. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to get into the survival phase. So this turn's going very quickly when we don't explore. So survival is now eating food. I think we're just going to eat the 2 fish. So that's going to give us back 2 energy, 1, 2 up to 4. Or should I just eat this one and be done with it? I don't think I'm going to. So that's basically what we're doing for the survival phase. But now we've got to rest, end of turn. So any injuries would be rolled for to see if they turn into traumas. Not going to happen. And now, because our fire is unlit, once again, we're going to lose an energy because of it. So that puts us down to 3 energy. So we're a little bit farther ahead now than we were. So that's at least something. And so let me think about this for a bit and come right back, and we will do at least another turn, maybe 2. Okay, continuing on. First thing we have to do is roll for May They Rest in Peace. I do believe I'm reading this correctly. I don't know. It just says at the beginning of the turn, roll a die. So, and I believe this is also supposed to stay out on your camp board, but I'm putting it here so I won't forget it. So we are going to roll a die. We roll a 4. So we're okay once again. We're not going to get an injury for that. I guess it's an injury as in a trauma because we haven't buried the bodies. Okay, and away we go at the beginning of our turn. So we need to do an event. So this one goes away. Of course, we're just ticking down, ticking time bomb as we run out of time to get all our things in order to escape the island. I want to be alone. So the weather gets worse again. And now it's going to be a little bit harder to come back from exploring, +1. So let's hope we don't get into a storm, because that is really bad. 5+, we already have a crate on the beach, so we're not going to be doing anything with that. The starting player is struck by a wave of melancholy. He can't play an action which is already being performed by another castaway. Well, I'm the only one here, so it doesn't matter. If he starts an exploration, no one can join him. This does not really hurt us, so we're not going to be too worried about that. The only thing it did is it knocked our weather down again, which made exploring a little more difficult. Now I have a food, I have 4 wood. I would love to get that rotten fire started, but I just feel like I keep getting hammered by that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fish again, because fish can give us good things, or they can give us 0. So that was a grand waste of my activity. I could fish again, I suppose. Oh boy, turns just keep going by here, and I don't know. I only have 3 energy. That is very bad. I could just rest. I think I'm going to rest once here. It's because you just go top to bottom, and then I think I'm going to go on and get the crates off the beach. All right, so resting. We're going to heal an injury. We don't have any. We're going to get 1 energy, so that puts us to 4. And then we're going to spend 2 energy, and we're going to look at that crate on the beach. Now, it means I can take 5. Oh, so 2 energy, 4 down to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have enough to spend 1 extra energy to get 2 of these cards instead of 1. So we have some rope, possibly a blanket. Add 2 to all your rest rolls. That's pretty good. A compass, add 1 to all rolls to return from any exploration. Gold and jewelry, this is only they're only used to make you rich if you escape the island. Add card 3 to the camp. We don't care about that. Add 3 wood tokens. Oh man, I don't know. I think we're going to take the blanket, because that's going to help us if we ever upgrade our shelter. And are we going to spend 1 more? I think we're going to spend 1 more energy, 1, because that's going to give us 3 wood. Oh, not that one. It's going to give us 3 wood to add. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take the 3 wood. I'm down to 1 energy. And that is pretty good. So that now we have a total here of, we have 7 wood. Wow, that's pretty awesome. However, we're now back to the end of the turn, and it was another very quick turn. All we got out of it was a blanket and a bunch of wood, and we're at 1 energy. And so, we need to eat food. Well, we had 0 on the fishing, so that was a bust. We're going to eat our 1 food. It's going to take us from 1 energy up to 2. And we would have to roll for injuries. We don't have any. Unfortunately, our campfire is still not burning. We're going to go from 2 energy down to 1. I know these turns are going so fast. We're just burning through this deck. And we're nowhere near exploring the island enough to get off of this place. So once again, do a bit of thinking here was a strategy, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm beginning to wonder if this game is impossible solitaire. It's certainly very hard. We have to roll for May They Rest in Peace. Let's not roll a 1. We roll a 2. So we dodged it again. And the first thing we got to do is go for another event. And we're running out of them. And good. So this time it gets sunny. So we're going to go back. We're going to get, our weather's going to improve. So that helps us. Wounds that don't heal, 4+. Well, we only have 3 this time, crates. So we're not going to get 1 washing up on the beach. This turn, injuries become trauma if you roll a 1 or 2. Oh, great. We don't want to get injuries then. If we can help it this turn, and we're really running out of turns. So we're going to somehow get our energy back up a lot. Wow, this is just not doing much. I could even build the giant bonfire for 8 wood if I spend 1 energy. All right. I think I got to get energy, so I'm going to have to go fishing again. So we're going to take a fishing. We get 1. Well, I wonder if I should fish again. Oh boy. I think we're going to fish again. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fish 1 more time. Come on, another 1. Well, that gives us 2, which again is just not enough. And I have 1 left, so I guess we're going to rest. I know I'm just ticking away the turns and not doing much. So these have basically been done. We're going to rest, which would get rid of an injury, give us 1 energy, and that's it. All right, so now we're going to get into the survival stage. So we're going to eat our 2 fish. They're going to perish anyway, or they're going to rot. That's going to take us from 2 energy up to 4, so that's okay. If I did that correctly or not. I'll have to review that and see. I think I might have given myself an extra energy. Oh no, because I rested. Never mind. So we're good to go. So once again, we didn't go exploring. We're ticking through our timer deck here horribly fast. Fire's not lit. We're going to lose an energy because of that. 4 down to 3. We did eat. Okay. I think we're going to do another turn. And so we have to roll, of course, for May They Rest in Peace. Oh, isn't this wonderful? So I rolled a 1. And what does it say? If the result is equal to that, the player, you take an injury. So we take 1 injury. All right, I guess we were traumatized by the bodies up on the beach. We do have 3 energy. Okay, not terrible, but now it is time to have our next event. Wow, we're just running out. We're getting sunnier again, so we're back to normal. Well, that's pretty good. 4+, we're not going to get a crate, which would have been nice. Discard the next card without looking at it. Okay, we lose hope. Discard the next card without looking at it. Does that mean we don't have an event? Oh no, it means we lose a card. Oh man, so one of our cards just gets chucked away, taking even more time away from us for the game. Oh great. We are getting burned. All right. Here we go again. First thing I am going to do is am I going to fish first? Or I think I'm going to rest first. The white token happens immediately. We're going to get rid of that injury and we're going to get 1 energy. So we're up to 4. I think we've got no food though. Darn it. Let's go fishing. So we're going to go to the camp. We're going fishing. Come on, something good. We get 1. Okay, that's good enough. We have 4 energy. I think we've got to go exploring this time, so we're going to go exploring. Now we have the machete, so we don't pay the energy cost for this, so that's good. Okay. All right, and we don't have the fire going. Oh, man, well, we're just going to have to suck it up. I haven't lit the fire yet. Well, we've got to explore this island or we're going to be in major, major trouble. All right, so we collected our fish, so that's going to come off. We've already rested. We are now going to be going exploring. We're still on the coast. And what horrible things happen to us on the coast? Crabs. Okay, we have to make it a little bit more difficult to get back. So it's going to be 5 to get back. Crabs. We found some delicious looking crabs on a nearby rock. If you try to catch them, you roll a die. If you roll a 1 and 2, you fall and get hurt. You get no food and you get an injury. Oh, you get no food and you lose an energy. If you roll a 3 or 4, you hurt your hand while catching the crabs, minus an energy, but you get 2 food. And if you roll a 5 and 6, you're faster than the crabs, take 3 food. If you get hurt, read card 79 out loud and add it to the camp. Oh, if you get hurt. And we have no rerolls. Do we want to risk this or do we want to just say, you know what, forget the crabs? Oh man, no, we got to go ahead and try it. Come on, we need a big high roll. We need a 5 or 6. We get a 3. That sucks, I think. Let's reread that in my old eyes. You hurt your hand while catching the crabs. Minus 1 energy, so we're going to go from 4 down to 3. But we do get and take 2 food. So we get, we get 2 food. So we actually get the crab food, so that's good. Good for us. And the unfortunate bit is if you get hurt. Oh no, I didn't get hurt. You fall and get hurt. We rolled a 3. Although it says you hurt your hand. So I guess we got hurt. If you get hurt, read card 79 out loud, add it to the camp. I'm going to have to think about that. You hurt your hand. You fall and get hurt. So I guess anything from a 1 to 4 and you get hurt. All right, we have to add card 79 to the camp. So let's take a look at 79 and see what it is. Maybe it's... did it say 79? That seems like a strange thing to add. Or am I not seeing it correctly? Okay, it says If you get hurt, read card 79 out loud and add it to the camp. Well, isn't that weird? Okay. We're going to read card 79, a shark. The great underwater predator perceived the scent of fresh blood and is patrolling the shore. It'd be hard to kill such an enemy. When you place this card in the camp, take the shark tile, shuffle it into the fish tiles. If a player draws a shark, he receives a trauma. Discard the barrel of gunpowder from the game, or discard 5 units of ammo to remove the shark from the game. Add 1 thing to the storage, and take 1 food and 2 rerolls. So that's if you get rid of the shark. Oh, great. So now we have to take the shark, which is this lovely token, and we have to shuffle it into our fishing tile. So no more quick and free food. Oh, man. This is getting worse by the second. All right, do a little bit of shuffling here. I don't know where the shark is. So now that's a major danger. We could get a trauma if we run into the shark. That is very, very bad. Do we want to press on or press our luck? We've got quite a bit of food. We didn't get any injuries, though. Now, it did say we lose an energy. Yeah, we took an energy off and got 2 food. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got blood in the water from our hand. We find vines. I saw some vines thick as my thumb hanging from the trees. Maybe I could weave them together to splice a rope. Pay 2 energy to add a rope tile to storage. Do I want to add rope to storage for 2 energy? That's a lot of energy. Oh, man. And rope, I think, later on gives us better shelter. We're not going to live long enough for better shelter. I'm not going to spend 2 energy for that. And there was no icons on there at all. All right. An approaching ship. So, yay, we get to move along 1 space. Ship drop anchor on the coast. Okay. Add card 86 to the interior of the island and 87 to pending explorations. Pending explorations? All right, we're going to have to find card 85. We're going to add that to... We're going to shuffle that into the coast. Oh, it's probably a pirate ship. 85. It did say 85, right? My eyes are getting so bad. 86, sorry. 86, not 85. And then we're supposed to take 87 and add that as well. All right. And just so you know, so 86 is this card and 87 is this one. And so I'm just going to turn the camera off. I'm going to shuffle this into this deck and we'll shuffle this one into right. Everything's shuffled and added. The next question is, do we keep going or do we stay? I think we're going to go at least once more. We still have 3 energy. All right, a skeleton with a map. So we get to move along 1 space, but it's going to get a little bit harder to get back. So we're moving along a space and now it's 6+. So we got to get through these. The poor bastard had been dead for years. Searching the skeleton, I found a piece of parchment with a design that resembled a map on it of the island. There was an X marking the spot. Add card 71 to events. Keep this card. When your exploration marker reaches the interior of the island, you may resolve card 30 instead of a card from the interior deck, and then discard a skeleton with a map. Okay, so let me go through the decks and get this all set up, and we'll be right back. All right, so just so you know, so this, we're going to be adding this card into our deck. So I'm going to have to shuffle this card in. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm sure it's something lovely. It's going to give us, I guess, an extra turn, but it's probably an extra turn of pain. All right, so shuffle those, and we're going to add that in here, and I do believe this was at normal now. Okay, we are still exploring if we want to, and I think we're going to want to because we've got to get through this electrical storm. So we get to move on once more, so that's a positive. I don't like this, though. Let's see, big flashes of lightning in the sky. One of them struck a place on the island. Add card 84 to the interior of the island. Roll 2 dice. If you get snake eyes, you're struck by lightning, suffering 2 injuries. Wow, I'm not going to roll snake eyes. Look at that, 5 and 4. No problem. But we have to add card 84 to the interior of the island. Apologize, all this shuffling and finding stuff. Card 84 to the interior of the island. And so that course comes from this giant deck. And 84 looks like this. Once again, it will need to be shuffled into the interior. If we ever get to the interior, I don't know if we ever will. Before we run out of time, I don't know. All right, shuffled. Back in place. Do we press our luck and continue on? We still have 3 energy left. Yeah, we're doing okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Caves in the cliff. Getting a little bit harder to get back now. 6 to 7. Oh my god, lots of text for my old eyes. There was a cliff next to the camp. Its stone walls eroded by the waves. If the explorers enter the cave, they pay 2 energy and roll a die. What can we get? You slip, get an injury, it's empty, nothing happens. Add 2 food supplies. You receive this, add this. You know what? I think we're running out of time. We are not exploring these caves. We're saying forget it. But we need to roll a 7 now to get back to camp. Let's go one more time. We've got to get through this. Feline paw prints. Oh, great. Well, at least we get to go once more, so we're almost to the interior now. I found the remains of a ram horribly mutilated by a predator. Oh, great. Add card 12 to the interior of the island. You may discard 1 reroll and add 2 storage food to the supply. The remains are still edible. You may, oh man, I don't have a reroll token, so I can't even add extra food. And I have to add 12 to the interior of the island. Oh dear me. Well, let me fish that out and be right back. I found card 12. I added it to the interior of the island. I have shuffled it. This deck's getting pretty heavy now. We still have 1 more space to get to the end of the shore. We have 3 energy, and I don't know if we should just go back to camp and call it a day. I think I'm going to, because I still have 3 energy. I want to get back to camp, eat all this food, so that maybe I can light a fire for next time. So we are going to make the attempt to come back to camp. Now, because I am the amateur hunter, I get to add 1 roll to my returning. So I'm going to need a 7+. So in fact, I will need a 6+ to get back. Oh yeah, my luck is just wonderful. That's a 4, that's a 5, +1 is 6, and we're at 7. So guess what? We are lost. We are lost. Okay, but not all is lost, because we can spend an energy. So we're going to spend 1 energy because we're going to try to get back. So we're going to go from 3 to 2, and now we're going to have to roll a 6 or less. And I roll a 6 or less, so I do get back to camp. So you can keep exerting energy to get back to camp. So I sort of lost an energy getting lost, which was bad, but now I'm back in camp. And so let's go to the survival phase. I've got 3 food. I have 1 fish, and I have 2 of these non-perishables. So I am going to eat it all. And that's going to take me from 2 up to 3, 4, up to 5 energy. And here we go again. The campfire is not lit. We're going to lose an energy for that. We're going to go from 5 down to 4. So all in all, not horrible, not great. The unfortunate bit is, I don't know how many turns we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turns left to escape the island. I don't know. We've got a long ways to explore. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to pull it off, but that's what we're going to have to see. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Castaways, playing a solitaire playthrough of it. So thanks so much for subscriptions and comments and likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation of Philip Ashton, the amateur hunter, as he tries to explore the island further, build up his supplies of escape stuff if he can, and try and get out of here. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.